Hello, children of class 6. Today we are going to do the chapter Matilda Can Do Magic. Now, this is the story of a small young girl she's very brave, who goes against evil adults and she overcomes all sorts of troubles in her life. And this is a very interesting story about this girl. It will show that how she's going against the adults who are just making fun of her. Now, Matilda Wormwood is a bright, intelligent, and gifted child. But unfortunately, her parents would rather have her watch the television than read a book. Her teacher, Miss Honey, recognizes her brilliance and tries to help Matilda learn more. But both her parents and the headmistress, Miss Trunchbull, refuse to allow her to do so. Now, this Matilda, she is a very bright girl, she's very intelligent, but her parents, they don't believe in her intelligence. They just want her to watch television and not do anything else. And they don't even trust her at all. And same goes with her headmistress, Miss Trunchbull. One day, when Miss Trunchbull visits the class and finds a newt in her glass of water. Now, one day, this Miss Trunchbull, the headmistress, she visits Matilda's class and she finds a newt in her glass. She accuses Matilda of playing a prank on her and threatens to expel her. So now Miss Trunchbull is very angry with Matilda and she says that you have played a prank on me, and she says I'll expel you from school. Now she finds a newt in her glass of water. What is a newt? Now, newt is a small amphibian with a long, thin body. Okay, newt is a small amphibian with a long, thin body. And what is an amphibian? It is a cold-blooded animal, and it comprises of the frogs and the toads. Okay, so it is a cold-blooded animal. Now, she says that you are playing a prank on me, and prank means a mischievous act. She accuses her. Okay, she accuses her, the headmistress accuses her, or that she's playing a prank on her, and prank means a mischievous act. Suddenly, the glass falls over and the newt lands on Miss Trunchbull. Suddenly, what happens? The glass, it falls, and it falls on Mrs. Trunchbull, and the newt, it lands on her lap, who is now angrier than ever. Now, Miss Trunchbull, she is very angry. Everyone has seen that Matilda has not moved from her seat. Now she is very angry. She's accusing Matilda and she's saying that you're playing a prank on me. You are a very naughty little girl. But everyone has seen that Matilda has not moved from her seat. So how can she play a prank? Then how did the glass fall? Now everyone is wondering, how did the glass fall? And of course it must have been by mistake, isn't it? It must have been by mistake, but she is thinking that it is Matilda who has done all this. Matilda did not join the rush to get out of the classroom after the other children had all disappeared. Now, this was the introduction of the story, and now we are starting with the story. And it is that in the class, all the children are rushing. As soon as the bell rings, all the children are rushing out of the class, but she is not in a hurry. After the other children had all disappeared, she remained at her desk. After the children had disappeared, Matilda, she remained at her desk, quiet and thoughtful. She knew that she had to tell this truth to somebody. She knew that she had to tell this truth to somebody. She had to tell that what had happened. She couldn't possibly keep a secret like that bottled up inside her. She could not keep a secret like that. Now, this was a secret. Now, we don't know what is the secret. So now she's in the class and she wants to share this secret with someone. What she needed was just one person who was wise and sympathetic, who was grown up, and who could help her to understand the meaning of this extraordinary happening. Now, she wanted to tell this to some person who was matured, who was grown up, and who would be sympathetic towards her and would trust her. She did not want to tell this to her parents because she knew that her parents would not trust her, they would not believe her. Now, this was a secret, that how the glass had fallen. We all are thinking that the glass must have fallen by mistake, but this was a secret which she wanted to share with someone. Neither her mother nor her father would be of any use, for they would not believe her nor realize what an event had taken place in the classroom that afternoon. On the spur of the moment, Matilda decided that the one person she would like to confide in was Miss Honey. Miss Honey is the class teacher, and Matilda is very fond of the class teacher because the class teacher really gives her respect, loves her, and does trust her. So the children, if you are given some importance and you are given encouragement, especially by the class teachers and some teachers, they really want to confide in those persons. So she wants to confide in her class teacher. Matilda and Miss Honey were now the only two left in the classroom. All the children had gone out. Miss Honey had seated herself at a table and was riffling through some papers. Riffling means she was going through some papers. She looked up and said, "Well, Matilda, aren't you going outside with the others?" She asked Matilda because all the other children had gone out. So she asked Matilda, "Aren't you going outside with the other children?" Matilda said, "Please, may I talk to you for a moment?" "Of course you may." "What's troubling you?" "Something very peculiar happened to me, Miss Honey." Miss Honey became instantly alert. Ever since the two disastrous meetings she had had recently about Matilda, the first with the headmistress and the second with Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood. These were parents. Miss Honey had been thinking a great deal about this child and was wondering how she could help her. And now here was Matilda sitting in the classroom, looking very exalted and asking if she could have a private talk. Miss Honey had never seen her looking so wide eyed and peculiar before. Now, Miss Honey, she became very alert because she had had two very disastrous meetings with the headmistress and with her parents. Disastrous means which had been extremely bad and very unsuccessful. And now she became alert because now Matilda wanted to confide in her. So she was thinking what she should do. She should hear her problem or not, or she should help her or not, or maybe the girl is very naughty. She doesn't know anything about her. So she's just thinking that what Matilda wants to tell her. "Yes, Matilda," she said, "tell me what has happened to you that is so peculiar." So she says to Matilda, "Okay, you can tell me what has happened to you, and please tell me what is so peculiar, what is so strange. Miss Trunchbull isn't going to expel me, is she?" Miss Trunchbull is the headmistress. So Matilda is asking the class teacher, "Is Miss Trunchbull going to expel me?" Matilda asked, "Because it wasn't me who put that creature in the water. I promise you it wasn't." So Matilda says, "I did not put that creature in the bottle." And Miss Trunchbull, the headmistress, believes that I had put it. So she asked this question to her class teacher, "Is she going to expel me from the school?" "I know it wasn't," Miss Honey said. So Miss Honey says, "I know it wasn't. It wasn't you who had put the creature in the glass. Am I going to be expelled?" Now she's a child, and the same thing is going on and on in her mind, and she's saying, "Am I going to be expelled from the school?" "I think not," Miss Honey said. "The headmistress simply got a little overexcited, that's all." She says, "I don't think so she's going to," but she got a bit little overexcited, means she got very anxious and angry. "Good," Matilda said. "But that isn't what I want to to you about." She says, "It's not that I'm going to talk to you about. That was only a question she had asked the class teacher. What do you want to talk to me about, Matilda?" So she says, "What do you want to talk to me about, Matilda?" "I want to talk to you about the glass of water with the creature in it," Matilda said. "You saw it spilling all over Miss Trunchbull, didn't you?" So she says, it is not this problem that I want to discuss with you, but I want to talk you about the glass of water." And she asks the class teacher that, "Did you see that the water fell and it spilled?" "I did indeed." "Well, Miss Honey, I didn't touch it. I never went near it." So she tells Miss Honey that, "I did not touch the glass and I did not even go near it." And everyone had seen in the class that she was sitting in her place. "I know you didn't," Miss Honey said. "You heard me telling the headmistress that it couldn't possibly have been you." So she says, "Of course I trust you, and I know that you haven't done it. And you heard me that I told the headmistress that it wasn't you." "Ah, but it was me, Miss Honey," Matilda said. "That's exactly what I want to talk to you about." So she says, "But yes, it was me." She tells the class teacher, "It was me, and this is what I want to tell you about." Miss Honey paused and looked carefully at the child. "I don't think I follow you," she said. Now she's quite surprised because she says, "I don't think I can follow you. I can understand what you're saying. How can you do it? You were sitting in your place, isn't it?" She was sitting in her place. I got so angry of being accused of something that I hadn't done that I made it happen. So she says, Matilda, that I got very angry of being accused of something. Accused is when you just tell that you have done this, you complain about someone and that person hasn't done anything. Okay. So she says, I was very angry that I got accused so of something which I hadn't done. I got so angry of being accused of something that I hadn't done that I made it happen. So she says, I was very angry that the headmistress was blaming me for something that I hadn't done. So I made it happen. You made what happen, Matilda? You made the glass tip over. Now the teacher is asking, what did you do? Did you make the glass tip over? I still don't understand what you mean, Miss Honey said gently. So Miss Honey is not understanding it all. So she says, still I cannot understand. What are you saying? Did you make the glass tip over? I did with my eyes, Matilda said. So Matilda said, yes, I did with my eyes. See, she was sitting on a desk. She did not get up from a chair. But she says, I made it happen with my eyes. I was staring at it and wishing it to tip, and then my eyes went all hot and funny, and some sort of power came out of them, and the glass just toppled over. So she says, I was just looking at the glass and I was imagining, I was thinking that it should fall. And she says, some sort of, I was just looking at the glass continuously. This is what Matilda is saying. And she says, a sort of power came out of my eyes, and what happened? The glass fell. This power came and it made the glass fall. Miss Honey continued to look steadily at Matilda through her steel rimmed spectacles, and Matilda looked back at her just as steadily. Steadily means without moving the gaze, without moving her gaze from here to there. The class teacher was looking steadily at Matilda, and at the same time, Matilda was also looking back at her very steadily with full confidence. And when you look straight into someone's eyes, it means that you're not telling lies. I'm still not following you, Miss Honey said. Do you mean you actually willed the glass to tip over? So she says, actually, I still can't understand you. The class teacher is saying, still, I cannot understand you. What do you mean, Miss Honey, saying that you made the glass tip over with your eyes? Yes, Matilda said, with my eyes. So what did Matilda say? Yes, I did it with my eyes. So children, I hope you've understood the chapter till here. Very interesting story. This is the first part of the chapter. The second part I'll be sending in the next class. Bye bye. Thank you and stay safe.